Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here, back for another round of unearthly fun in XCOM, The Long War. See what I did there with the unearthly thing? Get it? Because we're not only fighting aliens, but also because we fought an ethereal last mission, which is a synonym for unearth. You know what? Never mind. Just forget the whole thing. The premise of that entire joke was stupid, and I'm sorry I even brought it up. I regret inflicting it upon you, and I apologize. It was foolish of me to open with a vocabulary joke in the first place, especially something as obscure as the fact that ethereal and unearthly are synonyms, and then I just dug the hole deeper by doubling down on the stupid with a ham-fisted explanation, and you know what? Just, no, that's it, I'm done. It's been a long day, just finished a 5-hour live stream, and when you find yourself being forced to explain a bit, that means that probably the bit wasn't ever gonna land, so you know what? I'm just cutting my losses on that joke. I'm gonna let that one go like a Crimean War veteran with a gangrenous foot. Just lop that shit off. And if anybody needs me, I'll be up here in Mission Control whittling myself a peg leg out of Dr. Shen's cane. This is what kind of comedy you get when I record tired. When I'm tired, it's hard. Did complete some psychic training. Was Jack Kirby in for psychic training? No, it's just a coincidence. Okay, so Annette Duran did finish some psychic training, and that's 3 for 3. Annette Duran coming through, and I don't think Duran has failed. I'm pretty sure we've put her in a tube 3 times, and she's come out a first-time champion every time. That may be because she's the favored son or whatnot. She was the person we rescued in the Furies mission, but it could also just be that we've gotten lucky, too. What we do need to do is put a replacement in, and I know we have a kind of a bit of a log jam here in the Psi tubes. Number of people who are ready from promotion and sort of being held back because we're trying to get our most... we gotta put Saeed in, though. Typhoid Mary and Sir Ernest Shackleton have been being held back for quite a while. But you know what? Yeah, we gotta do Saeed instead. Even though he's lower rank and only a corporal, this would be yeah, we gotta do it. Alright, let's get you in there, Saeed. And I'm guessing when your sister is ready, we should put her in too, because she should have exactly the same EXP as you. You guys only go on missions together, right? I mean, we can throw her in the tube when you're done there, Bam Margera. Or where is she? She's still tired. Alright, well, when she finally gets untired, we'll pitch her in the tube, too. We should have a tube available by then. Yeah, roughly. So she's going to be a little bit behind you, but that's okay, Bam. In the meantime, take a skateboard in there and, I don't know, entertain yourself with some fucking kick flips while you're waiting in the tube. You can maybe do a little grinding. Although, when we toss your sister in there, maybe don't grind on your sister, because that'd be kind of weird. It'd be like Zan and Jaina, the Wonder Twins, grinding on each other, and that's not really cool. Whole kind of twincest thing going on, and that's not really my cup of tea. And if you're not sure what twincest is, feel free to Google that shit, and TV Tropes will set you straight, and give you plenty of examples of the particular trope, too. So, you know, you got that going for you. If you want some, you know, reading that'll force you to be bleaching your eyes when you're done, feel free to check that out. Recommended by Perfidious Pete. Keep a can of bleach handy. Also, don't put bleach in your eyes, it's bad for you. Anyway, I don't want to think about twincest anymore. I want to think about this small fighter that's low over Brazil, and who's going to intercept it. Not Semtex Cato. He's got 10 kills. We are closing in on alien propulsion. Cato may be our first Firestorm pilot, but that means we need to start spreading the love a little bit around down here in South America. So you know what? I think it's time for Slapshot to take this one. You'll get him Slapshot, see if you can't find the back of the net with an intercept here. Maybe squeak one past the goalie over his left-hand shoulder beyond the waffle. See if you can hit it hard enough to get it blow it by him. Wow, holy crap. Jesus Christ, Slapshot is a madman. I don't even think he missed. That was an unbelievable intercept, sir. Well done. He did not get hit, and he straight up tore that fighter complete. Holy wow. Jesus Christ. Slapshot didn't just put that one past the goalie. I think he slapshotted it through his mask, shattered all of his teeth, and ended a career. That was remarkable. Alright, well, I guess Martin Brodeur is done. He has a mouthful of frozen galvanized rubber, and his jaw is never going to be the same. What else is never going to be the same? What's our mission zone look like? Riparian light, or because, of course it is. It's always Riparian. So it's the same map I think we did last time we did a small UFO, because we only had like the 2 maps. It was either this one or Wisconsin. Oh, you know what? No, maybe the last time we did a small UFO, we had the map we never get, which is the one that has the gas station on it. Honestly, I don't remember. It's been a couple days since I played. What I do know is we need a team here, and that team needs an officer. Oh, fantastic. I haven't played XCOM in a couple days, haven't recorded any. This is a fantastic way to start a brand new series of recordings because I'm gonna have to, yeah. I don't want to talk about it. I never want to talk about it when this happens, ever. I don't ever want to talk about it, so let's just pretend it didn't happen. Can we give this to, yeah, you know what? Take this. You need all the goddamn help you can get, Oppenheimer. Literally all the help you can get, so take the best site in the game. Just do that. Maybe, just maybe, one of those rockets will connect with an enemy. I mean, I'm not hopeful, but it could happen. We need a gunner. I don't want to take either Sporty Spice or Matahari. They're both too good. Steve McQueen, I think, is probably not good enough. Alfred Lord Tennyson, no. I'm very worried that we're going to run into a sectopod. We're getting sort of in sectopod area, and the first time I've encountered a sectopod in my last 2 runs, it has been on a small UFO. Which is, I don't want to take Matahari or Sporty Spice. There's no need to send them. There's no advantage. Well, you know what? Iron Lady can pick up some Psychic EXP. Not that that's hugely useful for her, because her willpower is terrible. Actually, we only made her a Psyker to give her the ability, yeah, no. If we're looking for Psychic EXP, I think Mary Bloody Stewart is actually the better choice, because Psychic EXP... Well, no, wait, she doesn't get any because she's capped. Well, you know what? The hell with it. Regular EXP would be good for Bloody Mary, but... screw it. Let's send the Iron Lady. Psychic EXP for the Iron Lady is not bad. It just makes her lowest priority on the totem pole. So let's give her some Gauss Machine Gun, little Aegis Armor. Neuro Gun Link, sure. Cognitive Enhancer, what do you do? Regular EXP, well, you don't need that. Neuro Regulator. Yeah, you know what? I say yes. Well, no. No. Neuro Gun Link, Neuro Regulator. It's all about the neurons for the Iron Lady. Yeah, you know what? We can... Anytime we're going to equip somebody who's already at maximum regular EXP, if we're sending them out for Psychic EXP, we should try and give them the Neuro Regulator if possible. So that's got the Iron Lady locked and loaded. I do want a sniper, but I don't think we need Franklin D. Roosevelt because he is one of our few remaining officers. Which means Radiohead. Because he's a creep. He's a weirdo. And a loser. And didn't invent the radio. Nikola Tesla did. Cognitive Enhancer for you is not especially... Well, you know, it would be good, but... You can't forgo... He needs the aim bonus, and he's going to need the high-capacity mags for damn sure. Once we complete the ammo conservation project, which I'm pretty sure we started, but once we complete that, we may be able to get away with not taking the high-capacity mags on some of our Gauss rifles. But I think before that happens, we'll have already completed tactical rigging anyway, which is going to make it completely irrelevant. We need a scout. Who's it going to be? I don't want to take the Big Bad Wolf, even though Psychic EXP would be good for Big Bad. Ava, don't cry Perone. Case to be made for taking Ava. Atlas King is real close to another Psychic. I know, we got to do it. Alright, so Atlas King is... You know, Atlas King has kind of become sort of our go-to scout. He's real good. He's really good. And I'm going to change up Atlas's loadout a little bit here. Or do I need to? Cognitive Enhancer would be good. This takes us from 3 battle... You know what? Yeah. Alright. I'm going to go for the Cognitive Enhancer. I want to try and get Atlas King leveled up to as high level as possible. He's absolutely taking a Shadow Device, because these days, honestly, I consider the Shadow Device not only a great thing to have on board. I was a little nervous about him at first, but now I don't think it's just a good item to have. I kind of think it's an absolute must-have. It really has rebounded up into my user ratings. Definitely an S-tier item. I would honestly like to build and take another one, which I may start sort of processing towards. We got scouts, we need assault troopers. I don't really want... This is a small UFO, I don't really need to take anybody particularly good. I think the old master will be fine in this case. So let's grab him, slap some Titan armor on him, and it is a small UFO, so you know what? Captures, yeah, alright, fine. We'll put him on the menu. I'll give him the shredder ammo and the arc thrower. And I am going to take another assault trooper, but... You know what? Am I going to take another assault trooper? Who do we have? Let's see. We could take... You could take the Speed Demon, and that brings captures into the... Yeah, it's either... If we're even going to attempt a capture, taking Annie Oakley is stupid. So, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. We'll take the Speed Demon, that's fine. Speed Demon is good enough in this case. He's not good, but he is good enough. We'll give him Shredder ammo and our other arc thrower. And we're definitely going to be captured focused. With the Speed Demon and the Old Master, that's reasonable levels of firepower and reasonable likelihoods of getting close enough to be able to throw a capture. We do still need a medic, of course. And an engineer, both. Jesus. I feel like I should be taking Jesus on more missions. I also feel that I should be taking Jesus Christ into my heart as my personal savior, but I'm probably not going to do that. But I do feel like I should be taking him on more missions, because I kind of have too good to use syndrome with Jesus. And the problem with that is it's letting Elvis surpass him. Which, I mean, if the Beatles were bigger than Jesus, I think Elvis is bigger than the Beatles, so maybe Elvis is bigger. By the transitive property, I guess Elvis is also bigger than Jesus, but he's really surpassing him in the Psychic EXP category, and it wouldn't hurt to have Jesus play a little catch-up here. So you know what? Even though this is a small UFO, I'm taking Jesus. Save me, Jesus, I'm bringing you on the mission. Bring forth your power. Reach down and touch the hands of the oppressed and help them free themselves from the shackles of alien overlords. Thank you, Jesus. Racketeer, Gunner, Sniper, Scout, Assault. Medic. Sort of Commander's Choice, then, for our final spot, isn't it? Oh, no, we don't have an Engineer. Never mind, it's not Commander's Choice at all. Probably don't need the Knife Man. Probably don't need the Madman. Isaac Newton will do. Good enough. I'll take the Apple Man. Isaac, grab you some Agius armor, and I would love to give you a Gauss carbine, but unfortunately it's being monopolized by he who shall not be named, so if you have problems with that, feel free to shoot J. Robert Oppenheimer in the back of the head once you've boarded the Sky Ranger and reclaim your Gauss carbine. And seriously, if you really want to do that, totally cool with it. Friendly fire fragging for J. Robert Oppenheimer? I don't have a problem with it. Slapshot is back in action because he had one of the greatest intercepts of all time. And down we go. So we're into repairing. It is good that we did get a crash and a chance to raid a large UFO, or small UFO here in Brazil. This will, or at least should, slightly lower the panic. Operation Stone Engine. Yeah, you know, Bradford, the mission briefing really is kind of unnecessary. All you would have to say, Bradford, is, hey, there's literally 3 places that these missions occur, and this time, it's not the weird map with the gas station, and the other one that it's not, yeah, it's, you know, it's also not the farm. So since we're not down on the farm and we're not at the gas station, means your ass is out in the middle of the nowhere next to that river. And I'd just be like, just say it's the river next time, Bradford, and you'd be like, okay, it's the river, and I'd be like, great, now go back to drinking your gin. You gave me all the mission critical information I needed in a succinct form. You can get back to your drinking, I can get the mission over with, everybody wins. Also, it has the added advantage of not forcing me to speak to you. So there's that. Don't really need your authorization there. Where's my battle scanner? Alright, Jesus, scan the area. Use your divine senses to see if there are enemies or foes in the area. Anyone, perhaps, who we should approach and maybe turn the other cheek to. Spot any opportunities for turning the other cheek, Jesus? Let me know. I don't know how having my cursor over here included me running to that tile, but okay, sure. 10-4. Alright, well, there are clearly no enemies anywhere in this area, so we can advance at a foolhardy clip. In fact, I'm gonna wager, probably, if there are enemies on this map. We've done this map so many times. They're gonna be either a pod, like over here, and a pod in the craft, or a pod in the craft, and then a small pod over here. Mostly it depends on where the meld canister is. As soon as we spot a meld canister, I'll be able to tell you where the enemies are likely to be, simply because of the location of the meld. I'm just gonna go willy-nilly crazy here, and everybody's gonna run full speed. There's no reason to not just bring it forward at a dash. Move at maximum velocity here, and get people into position. We are not gonna pop a pod with this move, regardless of what we do. Let's bring Marconi over here. And turn 1 is done. I mean, we know where the enemies are gonna be. This is not a mystery for us. An audio clue here would also tell us. No audio clue. Oh, no. Another ethereal? I mean, that was the ethereal noise, so we've got another... Alright. Another ethereal. Okay. It's an opportunity to capture him. So, I mean, largely whether or not we're going to capture an ethereal is going to be based on what comes with him. It's really going to be more about what came in the pod with the ethereal than anything to do with the ethereal itself. We still have no enemies. So there's going to be like 5 dudes on this map then, probably. Alright, Iron Lady. I mean, we've got the green light to advance as far as you want to advance. So go take cover behind that log. think we'll have J. Robert just do the same thing. No disadvantage here. We'll bring J. Robert up.
Time to motor.
J. Robert, yeah, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I'm about to say this. There are advantages, actually, to having J. Robert Oppenheimer on this mission if there's an ethereal. Because the ethereal cannot reflect explosives. Rockets and grenades do effectively 100% full damage to an ethereal. So, as loath as I am to say it, and believe me, I am loath to say it, and I'm sure that J. Robert Oppenheimer will find a way to fuck it up, by the way, and make me look like a total goat. I'm not necessarily desperately ashamed to have brought him on the mission. I mean, I'm always a little ashamed to have brought him on the mission, but not desperately ashamed in this case, which is unusual. Alright, so give me a direction with this audio clue this time. He's in the ship.
You hear that?
Yeah, it's an ethereal, he's in the ship. That increases the difficulty of this assault by a fairly wide margin. Alright, Jesus, where is Jesus, by the way? Jesus? Don't forsake me, Jesus, where are you? There you are. For a moment there, I thought Jesus had forsaken me, and I was about to throw my hands to the sky and shout, Jesus, why have you forsaken me? But then there he was, just right there behind the rock. So, you know, everything was cool. Still nothing, huh? Alright, well, Oppenheimer, you're gonna advance to there. Actually, we probably should have put Matahari in that location now that I think about it. Or Margaret Thatcher, rather. Would have been better for Thatcher, but this should also be safe.
Yes, sir.
Based on where Jesus is, if that's safe, this is going to be safe too. Yep, okay. So Isaac Newton, let's get you up here. Ready for deliver some grenades. Again, grenades going to be a relatively large part of our kill and ethereal strategy. Running up to him with shotguns is a little dangerous, but ideally, we won't be just running up to one with a shotgun. What we'll be doing is running up and putting a shotgun
On the move.
aside in favor of tossing an arc thrower charge at it. Atlas King, your probably next move is going to be to throw a battle scanner into that alien vessel. Da Vinci, I'm going to want you really close. In fact, I want you right there, but I'm thinking that may spawn a pod, and I don't want to do that. I'm actually thinking about moving Oppenheimer. Marconi, you have low profile. Let's get you up here. I'm definitely not moving next turn, in fact. So I think we're just going to overwatch across the board, and our people who are going to need to study their weapons are going to study their weapons. This ethereal pod is maybe the only pod on the map? You've got to be shitting me, Oppenheimer. It's going to take you 2 turns to get up here and study. God damn, you're worthless.
Got it covered.
Yeah, go ahead and study your weapon there, Marconi. These guys could wander out onto us. It's not out of the question. It's fairly unlikely, but it's not impossible. Jesus is watching over us. They don't appear to be moving at all.
What's that sound?
Well, that's outsiders. So there's an outsider pod and an ethereal pod in there? That seems unlikely. Alright. This is a little risky, but I'm okay with this particular risk. Okay, good. So Atlas King's on Overwatch.
Commander.
If that's safe, this is safe. So Da Vinci, let's get you a little closer. Overwatch for you. Marconi, you're going to study your weapon. Speed Demon, you know what? It's fine. Just be right there. You're on Overwatch. Margaret Thatcher, Overwatch. Jesus, Overwatch. Oppenheimer, study your stupid weapon so that one of your rockets might even fucking get close to the enemy. That's Overwatch for Newton. And then the first thing we'll do here is just have old Atlas King chuck a battle scanner for us. Honestly, Atlas King, why don't you do that from over here?
Move here, move there.
Don't get lippy, Atlas. Don't get lippy, man. I love you, Atlas King, but I gotta say, maybe the attitude could use a little bit of adjustment, perhaps. Alright, so let's chuck this in and go deep.
I've got my eye on you.
I know you've got your eye on me, Atlas King, and I tell you what, with that sexy-ass voice of yours, let me tell you, I got my eye on you too, pal. Hey, are those just Seekers? Here I am all geared up for an ethereal. It's a fucking thin man, a pot of Seekers, and 2 outs. I have confused the Seeker noise and the ethereal noise, clearly.
Affirmative.
I do not feel good about this confusion. You do not have a shot, but Marconi will. Alright, Marconi. If you could, I'd really rather have you hit the thin man. Can you hit the thin man? Please tell me you can hit the thin man. You absolutely cannot hit the thin man. Well, whatever you're shooting a precision shot. Alright, just kill the sectoid then. And scratch one Seeker. 14 damage critical. That was a hell of a shot. Guglielmo showing some strong performance. The Thin Man ran for the back of the craft. We're going to have to be a little careful on that guy. Margaret Thatcher should now have some shots. Maggie T? Yes? All right. No. Okay. Oppenheimer, why don't you go ahead and fucking embarrass yourself here? You know what? You can't even actually successfully embarrass yourself. So, yeah. Good job.
Got it covered.
Thatcher, you're on Overwatch. Jesus, also Overwatch. I should have had him study his weapon, but you know what? It doesn't really matter. We do need to keep an eye on that Thin Man. I don't want to go in or forward because I don't want to risk popping those outsiders. We have no idea what abilities they have yet. This guy's taking a double move, huh? Isaac Newton's going to pop some shots at him, but unfortunately, his failure to account for his own theory of gravity has caused his bullets to drop wildly and miss by a fairly wide margin. Margaret Thatcher clearly also needs to study up on Sir Isaac Newton's theories a little bit because she wildly inaccurate as well. I'm pretty sure J. Robert Oppenheimer hit that guy, but it did one fucking damage, Oppenheimer. You may as well not even have bothered, champ.
I'm taking fire.
Yeah, well, if anybody's gonna take fire, honestly, I would prefer that it be you. I know that sounds a little callous and sort of cruel, but it's, you know, it's 100% true. If somebody's gonna get shot at, I want that person to be you. Because you're useless. And I say that not to denigrate you, J. Robert Oppenheimer, although I also say it to denigrate you because you are a worthless piece of crap. But mostly I just say it simply because you are a worthless piece of crap. We're gonna bring Atlas King over here to this full cover. This may spawn the outsiders, but I really need this Overwatch burned.
He's done.
A flank shot at this Thin Man certainly wouldn't suck either. And we didn't activate the pod. Good, I was sort of gambling on that. Take a little pot shot here. Nice damage. Atlas King continues to be, if not the hero we deserve, definitely the hero we need. Da Vinci? I mean, that's probably gonna kill him, right? Well, let's test Newton's theory. It says a body in explosives tends to stay exploded. It's partially accurate, at least. Alright, well, we're gonna have really good shots here. Well, never mind. 73%. Go ahead and take that, see if we can finish that guy off. Seeker got plugged by Margaret Thatcher. That's fine. Guglielmo Marconi should have a pretty damn good shot at that. That guy is unbelievably hard to hit. The Speed Demon could bum rush and kill that guy for absolute certain, but there is an Overwatch unit back there. It's a Thin Man who's on Overwatch, granted, but it is still a unit on Overwatch. You gotta be kidding me, right? We have nobody to put 1 damage on that guy? I mean, Marconi... Okay, go ahead and do it. So we're gonna have to waste Guglielmo's shot on a 1 health Thin Man. I do not feel particularly good about that at all. Which means Jesus is probably gonna... Alright. Oppenheimer, you piece of trash. Just please hit this man. All I want you to do is please hit this guy. Yes, folks, that's why Rocketeers are fantastic against aerial targets, because he literally could not hit 1 fucking Seeker who happened to be in the air. 1 Seeker in the sky, J. Robert Oppenheimer couldn't get the fucking job done. Real glad I brought you, J. Robert. Real fucking glad, by the way. Now we get to have Elvis toss a smoke grenade to keep people safe. I hate Rocketeers so much. I hate them so much. Why don't you go ahead and go on Overwatch. Da Vinci, I mean, we could have you run and gun over here, but if we do that, you're almost guaranteed to activate that other pod. And potentially get shot on Overwatch as well, so... Yeah, fine, we'll just bring you over here. This at least makes you be not flanked, so we got that going for us. Speed Demon, you're on Overwatch. This turn, if this was more than Seekers, I would be very upset, but based on the fact that this is just Seekers, I think we're probably going to turn out okay. Margaret Thatcher may take a flank shot from a Seeker, but a Seeker is unlikely to even punch around her, so it's not really huge. She's actually went on Overwatch anyway, so we're fine. None of this is going to matter at all, then. Our 2 ethereal friends continue to be enigmas over in the corner. So, who wants to kill the floater? Well, let's start with you, Margaret Thatcher, because if either of these shots hits, it's dead. Alternatively, you're at least holo targeting it. Well, you got the holo target, so congratulations. Job well done. Marconi is out of bullets, so he's just gonna reload. Isaac Newton? I mean, you could suppress it. That's something. We can't mine for it because it's a rope. Alright, Oppenheimer. Could you please make me somewhat less ashamed of you? This scatter's 1.4 tiles. You can't not hit it, Oppenheimer. You can't not hit it. Took him 2 rockets to kill a Seeker. Fan-fucking-tastic work, sir. Boy, Rocketeers are brilliant. Hate you so much. We're gonna have Isaac Newton go ahead and drop the suppression on this guy. It's 2 damage, and he's not going anywhere. Atlas King, I'm gonna bring you around here, actually. I don't want you to be able to see the enemy, but that's fine. You won't be able to see it from here. You'll be close enough for when we're ready to storm in and try and stack up some captures. I'm gonna bring the old master in behind you. Assuming I can get him to path in not the ridiculous fashion that's gonna get a pod spawned on us. Let's run you up here, and Michael Jackson, are you gonna be quick enough? I think the answer is yes. Michael Jackson will be fast enough to get over there. You know, I can't necessarily put him exactly where I want him, and rather than risk popping that pod, I think we'll give him a little bit of lesser cover. Jesus can come around the corner, take a long range. Yeah, you know what, Jesus? Why don't you just go over? I'm a little more concerned about that Seeker who is now stealthed out. The outsiders are still not doing anything. My goal is to try and throw a capture at one of those outsiders, so Jesus can see exactly that guy. I don't suppose anybody else has a shot, do they? Anybody? Margaret Thatcher. Nope. Alright. Marconi, you have a... Yeah, you actually can see them. Alternatively, Marconi could just activate the outsiders. Which at this point may be what we want to consider doing. Otherwise, we're just going to sit here and trade a bunch of bad shots with this piece of crap all day. I suppose we can get a grenade out there, can we? Not without coming dangerously close to our own units. 28% is frankly terrible.
On my way.
It's still, you know what? Reload. If we have to, I'll suppress him to death. I don't even care. I'm not in any rush. Yes, we could potentially lose out on some meld. I give so little of a shit about meld, it's not even funny. Why don't you just go ahead and steady your weapon? Next turn, we'll try and pick this guy off. We can get the Speed Demon up here. We'll have the rest of the team just go on Overwatch.
Aye, aye.
Margaret Thatcher on Overwatch. Jesus, why don't you go ahead... You know what? Get in a mind war with him, Jesus. 45%. Well, it's better than your to-hit chance. Also, potential Psychic EXP. Alright, well, Mind Fraying Jesus has failed. Well, now I'm beginning to wonder if maybe that guy isn't filled with the power of Satan. I think the aliens, if they're also devil worshippers, makes them doubly threatening. They're trying to combat the power of Jesus with the power of the devil. Well, maybe try bullets this time, Jesus. What do you think? No good with those either. All right. Marconi should have a respectable shot. 56%. Alright, Marconi's gonna get it done. Thank you, Google. I appreciate it. It's nice to know that someone is actually on the fucking job today. Also, why do you still have an action? You shot a sniper rifle. That should be it for you. I mean, I'll take the freebie, I don't care. Margaret Thatcher's on Overwatch, Oppenheimer. Everybody else is just gonna go on Overwatch. So we can get a battle scanner in there and possibly pop those guys. We were completely expecting this. Nobody got a shot, huh? Half of the team is on Overwatch and none of you got a shot off? Not a one. Nobody. Not Jesus, not Isaac Newton, not the piece of garbage J. Robert Oppenheimer. None of you got a shot off, huh? J. Robert couldn't even shoot her loose. That's, yeah, good work, Jay. Good work. You're one, Jay, who is not going to wind up as a member of the Men in Black. I'm just going to say. You're never going to be an MIB, Jay. You're just not. Alright, Margaret Thatcher, can you shoot this guy down yourself? I mean, you have mayhem suppression, don't you? You do. You know what? Just kill him that way. There you go. Don't have to worry about your hit percentage when you always do 2 damage. That's good enough. Steady your weapon, Marconi. Next turn, we'll go in and see if we can't capture ourselves some outsiders. So we need to get a battle scanner into that vicinity, and we can do that with Atlas King. So we're going to have him fall back. We'll have Atlas chuck the scanner. And we'll have Marconi try and pick one of these guys off. I love that you can see the outline of the Outsiders in the battle scanner, even though they're not activated. From the battle scanner, you can still see their outline, even though they're not actually active. Old Master, let's bring you around. No, you'll be able to see from there. Let's bring you to here. You're on Overwatch. Marconi suddenly can't see those guys? How does that work? Also, what destroyed this rock? We were using that rock for cover. Something destroyed it. Alright. So we're getting some fucking weird-ass shenanigans going on here. Margaret Thatcher, we're gonna have you move. You're gonna reload. Jesus, why don't you just stay on Overwatch, pal? Oppenheimer, you might as well reload because fucking you having bullets is
Got my eyes on.
pointless as putting lipstick on a pig. I mean, you can kiss the pig all you want, but you're still sucking face with a fucking swine. Outsiders continue to do nothing. The meld canister has closed. I have already given my opinion on the me not giving a shit about meld at all. So, let's go ahead, Marconi, and have you core this piece of crap. Like an apple, straight through his dome. Damn good shot. 16 damage critical open. Like to point out that took the alien to about half health. Because these Uber Outsiders aren't at all ridiculous. Not even a little. Double 56s from Old Iron Lady. Either one of these would be fantastic, Maggie. Okay, well, thanks for participating, I guess. Neither of them is on Overwatch. Alright, Newton, I guess it's up to you then. I mean, ultimately, it's not going to be up to you. Ultimately, it's going to be up to Team Assault Team there. Team Assault Team, by the way, fantastic team name. Really lets you know that they're a team and that they like to assault. Probably should have had Margaret Thatcher shoot after we took that shot, but I wasn't expecting to need that shot. Jesus has nothing. Oppenheimer could launch a fucking futility rocket in there, but I'd be afraid he'd scatter it into our own guys, so honestly, I'm not sure that's even the right call. We might have him command. That might be the most useful thing he could do. We could send in a Speed Demon. The Speed Demon would absolutely kill that guy. But then we've got this piece of shit that we have no effective way to deal with. We have to kill that guy this turn. That's definite. I mean, that's gotta happen. If we give a command move to you, it does no good. A command move for Da Vinci might be useful. Assuming we can get it off. Actually, Da Vinci will be able to hit and run, and this guy's not on Overwatch. Alright, we can still make this work. We're not even going to try and capture this big burly bastard. I'm sure he's probably immune due to some bullshit alien ability. Not immune to fucking 7... He took 7 damage from a critical shotgun at point-blank range. Okay. That's relatively impressive, actually. Jackson's going to be on Overwatch. Jesus, let's put you on Overwatch. Oppenheimer, you are going to command, but you're going to command good old Isaac Newton, and Isaac Newton is going to get the hell out of Dodge.
Position confirmed.
Atlas King, you have a shot here. 44% and a hollow target is not shameful. Honestly, though, I'd rather have you on Overwatch just to discourage that guy from trying to flank Isaac Newton. It doesn't matter, he's going to go flank. Oh, no, he's not. So now we've got to figure out how to get to that guy and try and get him pinned down to where we can make a capture attempt. I think Isaac Newton may be integral to our plans. Isaac, you can come over here and, like, pitch a grenade, right?
Okay.
Yeah, okay. This is going to leave Isaac Newton fairly exposed. But if you drop a grenade right here, it should do some serious damage and also destroy his cover. Yeah, that's a relatively good start. Atlas King, there isn't much you're going to be able to offer. J. Robert Oppenheimer, you're human garbage. We may not... we may have to actually just go in at him. We didn't get the cover destruction I was hoping for. Marconi does not have a shot. Yeah, we're going to have to go... Alright, we're going to have to go ballsy on this one. So let's give Atlas King up here. We're going to have him throw a hollow targeting. I don't even care if this hits. Don't expect it to hit. Just want the hollow target. Well, at least you made it look good, Atlas. Give you credit there. I don't think we're going to be able to capture this guy. It's going to be very difficult to throw a capture attempt here without killing. We just... Oh, shit, I forgot he was on Overwatch. Oh, well. Got lucky, he missed anyway. That would have been pretty unlikely to punch through Da Vinci's armor. I don't think we're going to have a chance for a capture here, because we're going to have to go up for the kill. I can't afford to leave Sir Isaac Newton exposed. And that's it.
The
Well,
operation was a success.
Operation Stone Engine, 8-0. At least we didn't have the enemy outnumbered for a change. It was fair, although you sort of had the enemy outnumbered because of those 5 guys, they had like 4 of them were Seekers and 1 was a Sectoid. So yeah, I don't feel good about the mission at all. Brief moment of pride that we didn't have to have the enemy outnumbered to beat them, and then a heart-crushing moment of disappointment almost immediately thereafter, after realizing we were up against the Puss Squad.
Truly inspires confidence when
shut
our
the fuck
troops
up,
come
Dr.
back
Raylan.
unharmed, Commander. I just hope we can acquire more of MELD during future operations.
Yeah. Did you not hear the shut the fuck up part of my statement there, Dr. Valen? Also, if you want meld, there's literally a ton of the shit down in the barracks. Go get a shovel and do whatever you want with as much as you want of it. I don't care what you do with it. You can use it as some kind of, like, jerry-rigged power supply to power your personal pleasure devices for all I give a shit. We have so much of the crap. We're lousy with the stuff. We don't need it. You know what else I don't need? Another episode of this, but no choice on that. I am going to wrap this one up, however. If you would like to drop a like down in the comment section, of course, your support does really mean a lot. And if you need to see more XCOM, The Long War, including my salty commentary and berating of Dr. Valen, you might consider subscribing as well, because I do that on pretty much a daily basis, in fact. Right now, however, thanks very much for watching. We'll see you again soon.